Hi, I'm Pallavi.
And I'm Mansi. Welcome back to another episode of the Unfiltered Soul Stirs. Today we have Pallavi here with us who's recovering from a cold. So she's not going to sound like Pallavi, but I assure you all it is Pallavi.
Yes, it's me.
Yes, sir. Today we are going to be talking about the one subject we all take for granted, right, Pallavi? But this is what makes the world go round and round. Love.
We are excited to welcome our first guest of the show, two smart and strong Gen Zs, as they help us understand how the younger generations are navigating the dating and love scenes. Mansi and I plan to have regular folks, the everyday people like you and I, on this show because at the end of the day, this podcast is all about us.
In today's episode, we will talk about how love evolves within all of us and also how it has evolved over generations. We will try to understand who had it better, our grandparents or the younger generations these days. We will also talk about the new trends that are gaining significant traction in relationships and dating experiences. Me and Pallavi are really excited about this episode, so let's get to it. So, Pallavi, you know me. As always, I do things that I never expected myself. I researched the definition of love, which I
Hmm.
have never in my life done. Okay,
Seriously,
I know.
we never do that.
We never do that. So the definition is so simple. It's a biological imperative that is crucial for bonding of two people for the sole purpose of procreation.
My
So
God, this
I
is so clinical,
so
but love is not clinical. It is boundless, and it has no logical
there
words.
are no logical words about it at all. So when we chose this topic, remember you and I thought, what are we going to talk about it?
Yes,
We weren't even sure, but as we
but
started
you believed in this topic much more.
I believed in this topic much more. I was like, let's at least start our research. We'll come to it. And I am loving what all things we have found out. So I have a question for you now.
Yes,
When I
please, because
say
research just sounds very sterile.
it's very sterile, but research is what teaches you things, is what
Yes,
my
I know.
belief is
I
in
feel
you.
awareness comes from that.
Awareness, absolutely. So if I say the word love, what comes to your mind first? Is it your spouse, your children, your anybody else in your life?
Parents, spouse, children, all of them.
All of them, right?
Yeah,
I
but
think
children, I think, is the unconditional love.
yeah. Children are the permanent, unconditional love that keeps getting better and better every day. Parents are because we have been with them all our life. They are our birth givers and they've taken care of us and all.
Yes.
The interesting question is when it comes to love about the spouse.
Depends on which phase of life we are in.
Which phase of life, I know. But what do you think? How do you think the love has evolved with your spouse for you?
Uh, that's a great question. The love between my husband and I has evolved so much. Uh, we started out as friends. Our our story, we spoke about in the first episode.
Correct.
But over time, we have gone back to being friends. I feel.
I know.
Yeah.
That's the best part. I think we have gone through this entire phase of, oh my God, I am yours, you are mine. We are two bodies, one
Yes,
soul.
that's true.
And now we are two bodies, two souls, and two friends bringing up children, right?
Yes, housemates, or like we were talking just before,
Jailmates.
jailmates.
Jailmates. I know. It's more like jailmates. So you and I have been with our spouses for like just so many decades, and the love has evolved completely,
In a
but
good way, I think.
in a good way. That's what I was going to make that point, that we have gone from those initial insecurities and jealousies and everything to a complete evolution of love, and we are at a point where you have your own life, the spouse has his own life, we have the children, and we are all like
In a good
tiny tiny
harmony,
units,
yes.
tiny units
And
in
there's a
one
lot of
space.
calm and support and peace at the position where we are now. But I want to ask you something. Do you think our husbands are the loves of our lives?
I have a story here.
Oh, yes. Again, Mansi's story
Story.
time.
All right. So I had one of my patients who was a very dear patient of mine. I cannot name his name for
That's
privacy
fine. Yeah.
reasons, obviously. I remember it was 15th of February one year, and I met him, and he seemed very sad. So I was like, "What is wrong with you today?" So he's like, "You know what? Yesterday was 14th February, and me and my wife have been married for 48, 49 years at that time, and she doesn't feel anything about me anymore.
I was just going to ask you, do people still feel something
I
on the
know.
14th
So
of
he
Feb?
was very sad that my wife of so many years still doesn't feel anything about me, but I still feel the same romantic feeling.
Oh, so
And I would
sweet.
have loved to take her out for dinner or for us to do something special that day. So he's like,
Sweet.
why do you think she doesn't feel anything? So I said, you know what? The explanation is very simple. We have children with you people, and even you people turn into children. We take care of your food, we take care of your clothes, we take care of almost your schedule, we take care of your life, your extended families, everything. You become like children for us. And how can we have that kind of romantic feeling
Oh
towards you?
no. Oh no.
So I said the best option for you to is have a nice wife at home and a girlfriend on the side.
Oh my
So
god.
that was one of the favorite stories of mine when it comes to this. So yes, it does get difficult.
And it changes. It has changed over time. But again, it is on both of us to keep that relationship alive,
Alive, yes.
despite all these things, because whatever said and done, if we every relation needs its time and nurturing.
And work, yeah. So the grass is greener where you water it, right?
Yeah,
So
it
yeah, yeah.
is.
So
Yeah,
we
yeah.
have to take that time out to spend time with each other and all. But I have one very interesting question for you.
Okay.
Do you think your love for your husband is unconditional or conditional?
Oh my God.
So today
Can
you're
I
going to
can I be
reveal it, okay?
honest?
You're going to reveal it today.
uh, at the risk of sounding extremely cheesy, I feel most of the times it's unconditional. Most, but definitely not always.
And at the risk of sounding very jaded, I'm going to say I think our loves are very conditional towards each other.
Both are true.
Both are true,
Yeah,
because I think if we don't fulfill each other's certain needs,
needs. Yes.
over time that love will reduce a little bit. We care about each other's well-being very deeply. We will do anything, we'll go above and beyond to help each
It's a
other.
different kind of love, I guess. It evolves into a different kind of love.
Yeah, it evolves into a very nice, but I'm very happy how it has evolved for us though. Can we say that together?
Yes, it has.
All right. So, as always, you know how much I love my research, right?
Yes.
So, here are some of the things that I found out about love. That love evolves in each of us in a very unique, and it depends on the specific partner how it has evolved.
Oh, that's interesting.
So, once again, here I have one another quick story to tell me. I
Yes, please.
Today seems like to be my
Yes,
story
story time.
story time. So there was this one particular person, I know, the couple were trying to get pregnant for a very long time. Then they went for their fertility treatment. During whatever counseling session, it finally came to be known that the woman was a sexual Pallavi,
Oh,
and she did not have the daring or the guts or the strength to explain that beforehand. So obviously, she finally confessed to her husband. She confessed to her family as expected. Her family disowned her
that's
completely.
sad.
That's very sad. And this woman was a very educated software engineer. Okay, so
Oh
wasn't
my
and
God.
very independent person also.
Yes, but this is something that is rooted in our
It's rooted in
culture,
our
I think.
culture,
Yeah.
sadly, So the beauty of this particular story is that her then husband told her, he sort of adopted her. He said, you know what, come back to me, we will stay in the same house as two roommates. I want you to get back on your feet, and when you are ready you can move out, because she had nobody else left in the
Oh my
world.
God, that is sweet.
I know. So that was an amazing story. So she finally, it took her 6 months to find her footing. She finally got a job overseas and she left for the job. And I found out recently that her husband, like her ex husband, then obviously remarried.
Oh,
So, but this is so beautiful that this man's love for this woman was so pure
yes,
that despite
true.
all of these difficulties, he helped her get back on her feet. So I found this story kind of really,
Very, very
really
sweet.
touching,
And
you
it's
know.
great that you shared it with everyone.
I know. So I love this
Yeah,
particular story. The other thing I found during the research is that love is not a fixed concept, as we know.
yeah.
It evolves, it bends, it grows. And this is where most of the people in relationships are having problems, and where the relationships are getting derailed is because they want the love to stay the same throughout.
That is what we are saying. That is what we were discussing even a few minutes back, that every relation needs nurturing, that love needs nurturing.
Right.
And somewhere when other relationships come, like our children, we sort of put the husbands or the
Ah,
partners on the back
correct,
burner. So
correct.
I think that is the reason why relations can get derailed,
Yeah, they
or
can
lack
get.
of communication.
Oh,
How many
absolutely.
times we have seen relationships not work because of lack of communication, of
Communication.
misunderstandings.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There's so many things we have to keep on working on, right? All the time. Now, the third point is I know Pallavi's favorite because she is absolutely obsessed with butterflies in her stomach.
I have always been, and that has been an important part for me.
Yeah, so
Butterflies in the stomach.
butterflies. But you know what? As time passes, these butterflies kind of settle down too, and they're replaced
Oh
by a
yes, they do.
and aren't they replaced by like a very warm, comforting, soothing feeling
Yes,
instead?
you said the right thing. Yes, it's true.
Yeah. So love does evolve, and it is inevitable that it will change and it will evolve. But I think the direction that it takes is up to us.
Like I said, nurturing and communication. Communication is the key.
So, as we discussed before, I also wanted to find out how love has changed over the generations. Our grandparents, maybe even perhaps great grandparents, and even this particular research part was a little bit of an eye opener for me too, you know. So, can we discuss this just a little
Yeah,
bit?
please. It's an
Really.
interesting topic.
So, in the 1950s, as we all know, the roles were more traditional. The man will be the breadwinner, you will be the homemaker, you will take care of the children. It was in the 60s that the sexual liberation and the women's liberation started, where women wanted more autonomy for
Yes,
their decisions and
especially in the urban areas.
urban areas also. 70s kind of gave rise to casual dating and casual sex. Even in India, in the cities. See,
Yes,
in
yes,
India, everything has
mm,
happened, Pallavi, but I think everything is just very quietly done
quietly,
under the
and
wraps.
it doesn't go to the rural parts that soon, but the metros are always having these revolutions
The
in the
rural
beginning.
parts, I believe, have a whole different history to themselves.
Yes,
I
a
think we
little
people living in
more,
the urban areas can't even imagine what happens in the rural areas, you
yeah,
know?
little more hidden, but yes, they do have
Right,
a
more
different
hidden.
sort of a way of handling things.
Right, exactly. So, moving on, the 80s, 90s, 2000s were the era of the internet, as we
Yes.
know. So, there was much more information.
I'll just quickly add, when you said the 70s, that and the rural areas,
Mm-hmm.
even back then in the rural areas, it was common for people to have two wives and to have two
Absolutely.
loves,
Yeah,
if
absolutely.
that's what we are talking about. So yes, they had it in a different way. The this casual dating was probably not there,
That was
but
their form of casual dating,
yeah, getting
perhaps, you know,
married.
getting married. I know.
Yeah,
But the sad reality is in the 2010s and the 2020s, where we have completely shifted our lives to the digital era, right? Social media. Now you are
that
much
is.
more active on social media than I am, so you are going to know a lot more about this.
And
Uh,
our Gen Z guests are going to enlighten us
Oh,
about
Ajay,
that.
absolutely, they're going to enlighten us. But social media sort of really changed the equation for relationships, do you think?
It did. I feel it made it almost ruined it. Like
In many
the
ways,
yeah,
right?
I'm sounding a bit harsh, but I feel that that spontaneity and that the butterflies
Butterflies
sort of
again.
everything became very clinical.
Yeah, very clinical. And I think we got to see what is out there. That's the worst part, I
We
think,
were
because
exploring.
we were exploring when you have 20 options, it's difficult to choose. It's difficult to choose from 20, right? So that kind of became like a very drastic change. Uh,
With dating apps, it's much
date
different. Just
exactly. I
swipe
was
right, swipe left.
right,
Yeah.
swipe right. And then when you are even chatting on social media or on WhatsApp, it's like an altered personality that we have.
So I always feel, even when we talked about this, and we will ask our guests as well, that with us, whoever we dated, there was some common part, something. We lived in the same area, or we had some common friends, or some common relatives, something somewhere we knew about this person to
Mm-hmm.
have some trust.
Correct.
But I think now with the dating apps, or with the way the new dating scene is, I feel that they can date somebody completely new whom they have
Mhm.
no connections with. So I am worried about the safety and
Safety,
trust.
I think you have put your finger on every parent's pulse
Yes,
right now.
yes, that's what.
Imagine the 20s who are dating right now, or our children when they grow up and start dating
Yeah,
random people.
yeah.
That is so scary.
Yeah, because somewhere, even suppose when I was dating or you were dating, you could tell that this person, the dots could be connected and reach
Connected.
that person.
Right, right.
Here, even if the dots are there, they don't necessarily come close to each other also. So
Not at
yeah, it is
all.
a bit scary.
So, Pallavi, it is these dots, and the next thing that actually made me laugh and cry at the same time was the emergence of this, or the sudden realization of these toxic behavior patterns.
Oh yes.
And social media has put so much light on it, right? So, I researched, and as I researched, I realized that I am guilty about almost all of them.
Yes, the toxic behavior?
Toxic
Really?
behaviors, yes,
Oh,
because when we were dating, when we were much younger in our dating years, all these behaviors did not have a name to them, and now there is a name for everything. And because you are much more active on social media, you will know these. And I'm going to throw some words at you today, and we both are going to confess whether we have been guilty or not.
oh, yes.
Are you ready?
Let's do this.
All right. Passive aggressive.
Oops, yes, yes.
I'm guilty too. Manipulation.
Yes, knowingly, unknowingly, I think yes.
I am very knowingly guilty about it. Victim mentality.
Ooh, you're gonna get me in trouble. Yes.
This is a no for me, Pallavi, by the way. Dishonesty.
No, never.
I think this is a gray area for me. Let's just leave it at leave it at that. Lack of empathy.
No, I'm way too aware of what I'm doing to the
Over
other.
empathetic. I
Yes,
think
yes,
that's for both of us.
yes.
Conflict avoidance.
Totally. Sweeping under the carpet is the name of the game.
I am guilty too. Ignoring boundaries.
I have learned over time it doesn't work.
But you've been guilty of it in the past. I say I have
Yeah,
been
yeah.
guilty
And
too.
when we were newly dating, I'm sure all of us do that.
Right, emotional exhaustion. And this is my favorite, Pallavi. I'm really glad about the fact that people are getting aware that they're emotionally exhausted.
It is true. And the awareness is there, and now it is okay to step back. I feel back with our parents or our grandparents, there were no boundaries of
There
that
were
kind.
no
Now with our
boundaries,
spouses, if a person one of us wants to step back, it is
and the
acceptable.
other one respects it. So
Yes.
I love that fact. So yes, so we are kind of guilty of many things if you think
Yes.
about it. But with this, now let's take a break as we digest some of this heavy information, shall we?
Yes.
When we come back, we are very excited to invite our guests on the show, two Gen Z sisters.
Yes. Looking forward to that discussion.
All right, so welcome back to the episode of Love and its Evolution Over Time. We are very happy to welcome our two smart, independent, beautiful Gen Z women to join us today. Welcome, Vaishnavi and Varuni.
Hi.
So to tell our listeners, really briefly, I met Vaishnavi and Varuni like about a year ago, and right from the get-go, I was absolutely impressed with how independent and smart and intelligent they both seem, despite being so young. Am I allowed to declare your dates on the podcast?
Age.
Oh, age on the podcast. Sorry.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Definitely.
So Vaishnavi here is 25 and Varuni is 20. 20,
21.
21.
Yeah.
I thought you were 23. Okay.
No.
You're 21.
Yeah.
All right. So both these girls, I call them the language whizzes because Vaishnavi speaks. Which language, Vaishnavi?
I teach Spanish.
You teach Spanish.
Yeah, and I've learned a few
Yeah, many
European languages as well.
languages
Yeah,
with
yeah,
it. Amazing. And Varuni, you?
I'm learning Korean and I speak like conversational Korean.
Lovely.
now,
That is
so-
amazing.
K-dramas?
Yeah,
You're a fan?
not really.
I'm not,
I'm a
but
fan of.
Mansi is.
I am a
Mansi
fan of
is-
K dramas.
I'm a fan of the music
And
part.
it becomes a sickness before you know it, by the way.
That is
I'm
true.
not.
Yeah.
K-pop. So you're
K-pop, yeah.
All right. So we are going to be talking with Vaishnavi and Varuni today about how the dating scene is for these Gen Z girls. Now, as Vaishnavi and Varuni, you both know me and Pallavi are 40 plus. Dating during our time was very simple. It was very easy. Whenever we had a fight with our then boyfriends and now husbands, we used to have a fight with them and we used to call them, "You're being ridiculous." It was just
Right.
one big umbrella of ridiculous.
Right,
That's it,
right,
you know.
right.
Yeah.
Now, ridiculous has been broken down into so many micro pieces, right?
Yeah.
So, what I would love it is okay.
Also,
Before-
we are with our husbands and partners whatever for 30 years
Mm.
almost.
Yeah, so 30
wow.
years, but
I met my husband when I was 13.
13, and
Oh
I
my
met mine
God.
when I was
13.
10.
We were friends.
Oh,
So that's why
Oh,
we
wow.
have been with each other. So
Each other and
each other and the friends
our
also.
partners.
I know. So toxic behavior wasn't much of an issue for us when we were dating.
Mhm.
Okay, life was very straightforward. But I really want to know, how are you guys navigating all these icebergs that are just waiting to sink your ship all the time? So just
Right.
tell us a little bit. Let's start with Vaishnavi because she's the older one.
Right.
So she's the more experienced one, let's say, for now.
Sure.
So what has your roughly dating scene been like, Vaishnavi?
So honestly speaking, I am quite inexperienced with dating, I would
Okay.
say, because I'm currently in a relationship
Mhm.
and have been since 2 years now.
Okay.
And the same thing, we both were really close friends, and then we just decided to date. So the things that I have heard from my friends is
Mhm.
quite crazy.
It's
I
alarming,
would
is
say
it?
It's
it
almost
is.
like a meme,
And but-
isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
right,
feel like
right.
most of these things are social media led.
Hmm.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
But isn't your relationship a long distance relationship?
Yeah,
How
yeah,
does
yeah.
that work out these
So
days?
far it's been fine for me at least.
Is it?
But I mean, it's
Yeah,
tricky.
it is tough. I was in a
Yeah,
long
it's
distance
really tough.
We've
relationship.
all
But
been. Huh?
yeah, but we are on the same page, so
Right, that's
that's
communication
good.
is the key, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
Okay. And Varuni, you?
So it's similar for me. Like, I don't have much experience with dating. I've only ever had one boyfriend, which was also during like peak COVID.
Okay.
So we couldn't even meet.
okay.
And it lasted for like 21 days. Yeah, which was pretty sad. And then the second time where I liked a guy, we couldn't really get into a relationship because we were living in literally two different states.
Okay.
Yeah, so that didn't really work out.
Right. So now in long distance relationships, you guys have WhatsApps and Snapchats and
Yeah.
everything
Mhm,
else.
yeah.
We had the joy of disconnecting from our
When I was in long distance relationships, even incoming calls were
chargeable,
paid.
right?
Oh my God,
And
yes,
I
yeah.
used to study in London,
Okay.
so we paid a lot of money.
A lot of money
Yeah.
to keep in touch. But
Keep in touch.
so
Mm.
is it like you guys, because you both have been in a long distance relationship, do you keep in track of each other like all the time? Where are you? What are you doing? And that sort of
No,
stuff?
No,
not really.
I
Not
think
really?
that's
I think
too.
that was more of a millennial thing.
I wouldn't know.
I think it
No
depends person
idea.
to person
Yeah.
because
Okay.
at least for
Yeah.
us that feels suffocating.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But that
Like
is what I'm saying,
constant-
is that sort of a thing
yeah.
where,
Yeah,
where are
we
you
have so
now?
much-
What are you
Yeah,
doing?
I think
That and even location sharing.
yeah, I
Like,
think
I-
instead of millennial,
Yeah, that is something that
it's
youngsters
something.
are doing.
Yeah, I think that happens now because now it's easier and faster to just ask the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
question
So
I
on
I
the
know
Yeah.
so many
phone
couples
directly.
who share location with each other all the time. If I share my location with my husband, I'm sure he'll get a heart attack.
Yeah, you'll be like,
But
where
is
is she
the
going?
safety or
Where
is it
Are
for
you? Where
like?
did you
Yeah.
reach there? How did you
So
do
some people are just extremely curious, I think, to know where their partner is. I don't know why.
Yeah. A lot of people
We,
are.
are,
So
we have been lucky that we don't have such partners.
Yeah.
I've
Wow.
really known people who couples who actually
Yeah.
location share with each other, and I can't imagine
Like, that's
doing
the
that.
Would you
rule for
consider
them?
it romantic?
No,
No, my God,
Oh,
It's a
no.
big
no,
red
no.
flag.
It is. It
If you
is.
ever have any boyfriend who said share your location, break
Yeah.
up with him on
Like,
WhatsApp.
if he
If
said-
it's
if
out
you-
of safety or
yeah,
concern,
like-
So that's
yeah, cool.
different.
That's
Do
So
that.
if I'm taking a Uber late in
Yeah.
the night, I share my
Hmm.
sort of location and
course.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that is a different thing, safety. But this,
Yeah.
what
Safety.
Bharti is
That's
saying is different.
obsessive.
No,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
obsessive.
behavior.
But there are a lot of
Obsessive.
people who are obsessive over there. All right, so Vaishnavi and Varuni, you guys and Pallavi are going to educate me today about all these terms that are coming under the big umbrella of ridiculous, which was so easy for us.
Yeah.
You're ridiculous. So I think we should try to go back to being you're ridiculous. Okay. So I'm going to be throwing these terms at you people, and you're going to explain it to me because I am really as ignorant as anybody else
Yeah,
can
so
be.
before you start, I feel that we should just address quickly how much social media has come up with
Influence?
these terms,
Ah,
and how much of this is more, like I said, like a meme, and like, does a person consciously do these things, or it's more
Right.
what they hear, listen, or talk on social media, and this
Yeah.
whole thing of the relation needs to be perfect, the partner needs to take you to a date to this cafe, do
Right.
this, remember every date.
Mhm.
So all of that.
so because I'm not
Yeah.
active on social media, I really don't understand when you say things like this has become a meme. What does that mean? So, I'm
Your
gonna
social media is WhatsApp. So okay, fine, you will learn as
I'll
you go.
learn, I
But I'm
guess.
telling you from what I am seeing, it is more with this, even with YouTube or with Instagram, where everyone is showing picture perfect relations, picture perfect
lives,
sort of lives.
yeah.
So does that affect you guys when y'all are dating? So because you see, right,
Or your
there are
friends
10
also,
people,
for that
yeah,
matter.
friends.
Yeah, I mean, social media is a very big part of everyone's lives
Yeah.
now.
Like
It-
now, yeah.
Every single thing does influence every single thing in your
Yeah.
life at
True.
times. You need to know how to just navigate through it, I
Yeah.
guess.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, yeah, social media, like, say, for example, the Gen Z dating terms and all of these, they've sort of, I think, grown, or like, I don't
Yeah.
know, they've just entered people's lives
Lives, like,
automatically
Some of the
through
terms have
social
entered the
media.
dictionary. Like just yesterday,
Yeah,
I was reading
yeah.
skibidi
Oh
is
my
in the,
God, I hate that
and
word.
it's by and Gen Alpha word.
What
Skibidi
does that
toilet.
mean?
Yeah, skibidi has
Yeah.
entered the dictionary.
But
So
what does it mean?
Thank you,
I
Vaishnavi.
asked-
I was going to ask the
Yes,
same
no, I
question.
mean,
I was
I-
scared of sounding
So my
illiterate.
son is a Gen Alpha,
Genuinely.
so
Correct.
he's the one who has told me skibidi. It doesn't really mean anything. That's the thing.
Oh,
It
then
just
it's just a
it's an
nice sound.
adjective. No, it's not a sound. It's an adjective. So all the Gen Alphas understand when they speak. Like,
Oh.
and the other thing is Ohio.
Oh my God,
So
okay.
I know
and,
Ohio
this was-
gozaimasu.
no.
Ohio goes-
Unfortunately, that is that predates what our children are talking. But yeah,
I-
so yeah, it is.
yeah.
So every day there's a new word, and surprisingly, the dictionary is accepting a lot of these
Hmm.
words.
Mhm.
So God help.
God help.
English.
Actually,
And-
yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I
goodbye,
know.
Ren and Martin. So
I
we used
know.
to have Ren and Martin when we were
Yeah.
growing up.
I
But
feel
yeah.
like everything started during like the
COVID,
COVID
yes.
time
True.
because
Yeah.
everybody was jobless and they had a lot of time to think,
I have
and they just came up with this.
thought about this, and most of these terms are gaming based.
Yeah.
So if you girls, y'all, I'm sure you all know Twitch. So a lot of gamers stream on Twitch.
Yeah.
So when COVID was there, the gamers used to stream, and that's the language they used while they were streaming the games and playing the games. I can see Mansi has a big question mark on her face.
I know, because I was just thinking this is the episode where Pallavi gets to show off the most.
No. This is how what, especially because I am obviously more aware of the new
Yeah.
social media, and my son is also into this.
Right.
But this language is extremely heavily based on YouTubers and Twitch
That's
streamers,
true.
Yeah.
It is.
and that has percolated. And now girls and boys both
Both
game,
use it.
so they all know the similar
Hmm.
language, and they
Right.
connect
Connect
without
to it.
explaining what the meaning is.
Yeah.
Correct.
Exactly. I think that's why the words come in handy for
Yes.
gamers because
Yeah.
they just have to like
Yeah,
throw
yeah,
them
yeah.
out really
Yeah,
quick
yeah,
while
yeah.
playing. So it's like instead of saying a whole sentence,
Yes,
it's
it's
just
just
a
one
word.
word.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
All right,
the
so
thing.
let's skibidi do. What was the word?
The skibidi
No,
toilet.
yeah. They have Fanum tax, and I cannot.
Oh my
even
God,
tell
yes,
you.
yes.
Yeah,
A
yes.
phantom tax.
Phantom
and-
tax. But yes, let's get to the Gen Z terms.
All right, so I'm going to skibidi do to the Gen Z first, I guess.
The skibidi only because Scooby Dooby
All right, so the first one, breadcrumbing. Come on, girls,
Okay.
explain what is
Oh my God.
breadcrumbing.
So, breadcrumbing is giving just enough attention to keep someone interested, but with no real intention of committing.
That
Okay.
I think
So-
even the millennials did.
I feel like these days.
That is stringing along. We call
Stringing
it.
along,
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
But stringing along has been going on for generations.
Yeah,
We
that's
just
what I'm
call
saying.
it
But
different,
it's
I
just
guess.
called
yeah,
breadcrumbing.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Very
Yeah.
interesting.
So not so Gen Z
Upgraded
after all.
version.
Not just Gen,
Yeah.
Gen Z. Yeah. All right, Varuni, one for you, ghosting.
So ghosting is basically like this person is not speaking to me for
Okay.
quite some time. So it's like I'm a
And-
ghost for them.
So
Like, I'm non-existent.
disappearing, like
Yeah,
while
so,
you go for
yeah.
a date and then
Cutting
you don't
someone
Yeah,
off.
cutting you
Yeah,
off,
Yeah,
cutting
cutting
but
you off.
suddenly, like, you
Yeah,
don't know
yeah, yeah.
why,
Yeah.
how this
Yeah,
happened.
okay.
They're just ghosting you. They are not
Yeah.
responding.
Do you guys know anything about the dating apps? Like, does this happen on
Yeah,
dating
it's
apps?
very
Because
It
common.
happens
like you go on a
every
date and then
Yeah.
sort of people ghost.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So you go on a date
Yeah.
and then
It
you
looks like it
want
went
for
well,
you
huh?
look, yeah, you want some message from them or something, a text,
Okay.
but
And
then
they
they just
disappear.
don't say
Yeah, they just
anything.
disappear.
So
Okay.
Okay,
he's ghosting me, she's
ghosting.
So they
ghosting
basically
me.
don't have even the balls to break up or say it
There's no
wasn't a,
breakup
No,
because
no,
it's a
no.
date.
or
It's
it
just
wasn't a nice
no
date and
conversation.
all right, Vaishnavi, for you, benching.
Benching is keeping someone as a backup option while dating others.
So that's like basketball, like sports terminology. Like they bench
Yeah,
certain
yeah,
people.
Yeah.
exactly, yeah.
Okay.
So a lot of these, by the way, we don't use.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Varuni and I don't use all these.
yeah, like
Most of these
we've
are-
just
No, no,
heard of
these are the
these.
things that
So-
Mansi found in her research.
Mhm.
Mansi
Yeah.
big into research.
Research.
But
and
we've
then-
heard.
So yeah.
Yeah, so whatever I don't come up with today, you are going to tell me what you are guilty
Yeah,
of
yeah,
later
yeah.
anyway.
Right.
Okay, you're going to confess if at all, if possible. All right. This I have heard. Vaishnavi, situationship.
Yes.
Oh God.
I hate it.
think.
Oh God.
This oh my God.
Situationship
Can I
is
explain that?
sure.
So situationship is basically you don't know what the hell is happening with
Yeah, it's
you
like
and that other
undefined, but
person.
literally
So-
going on.
So it's
Toxic.
like, oh, so that's the
You're in a
toxic.
situation, but you're not sure if it's a relationship, you're friends. Like, I
Oh.
could be attracted to this guy, but I don't want to date him. I don't want him to be my boyfriend. So we're in this situation where it's
I understood this so wrong. Can I tell you what I really understood?
Okay.
I have gone to a conference. I have met somebody hot. I hooked up with that person for like
Yeah.
one night,
Uh-huh.
and we were in that situation together. So that's
No!
Not at all.
That's a one night stand you would
Yeah.
call. That's
Oh
not
my
a
God.
That's
Okay.
kind of
No, situation
a good
is
thing.
actually pre-relationship.
Oh.
I would say.
Yes.
Relationship.
Like, you're not in a
Yeah,
relationship.
so I guess
Yeah.
undefined.
But you're just
So
confused.
once you
You're
define,
confused.
it will be relationship.
Yeah.
If you don't, then you're
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
ghosted.
Yeah.
And if, so it's pre, like
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And
I
then I
would-
think a lot of
Hmm.
people are exploring that option.
Is
Mhm.
it?
I actually
I find it very
like
toxic.
the term situationship
Yeah.
because it actually makes sense. Because first, when I first read it or
Yeah.
heard of it, I was like, "Wait, what is this? Another
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Gen
yeah.
Z term
Yeah, it
thrown
gives you,
out
like,
there?"
that space to think.
Have
Yeah,
you
because-
situationship anybody?
I was in a situation.
Yeah, that's what she's saying.
Yes,
yeah.
which is why I agree with the
Yeah.
term because you actually genuinely don't understand how you're supposed to deal with that situation. So you
Okay.
can't really give it any sort of label. You're just
Okay.
there in it.
But then are you putting like your 100% at the time into it? Or no?
No,
It-
I think
It's
it
just one foot in, one
differs.
foot out
I
sort
think
of a
it's
thing.
just so that if you doesn't work out, it's easier to
Hmm.
sort of
Yeah,
There is
get
basically,
off
if you can't find a label for
Mhm.
whatever your relation is with that person, it's a situationship.
Oh, that's convenient,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So next one for whoever wants to answer, love bombing.
Love bombing, I think that's like you
Yeah.
shower them with a lot
Yeah.
of love.
so
like
much so that
like,
they can't think.
you throw
No,
a
no, no,
bomb
but
of love
it's
on that
often
person.
considered to be manipulative as
Yeah,
well.
Yes.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I was
so
Yes.
you
saying.
love bomb them, or you show them
Okay.
so much love and affection. It can be
I told you
with
about
a lot
love
of
bomb.
gifts or whatever.
Yeah.
But then in the end, it's just because
It's
of
just that.
manipulation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Basically, imagine a
Yeah.
bomb of a lot of love.
Mansi's
And
head is
it's just
bombing.
throwing a
Yeah.
bomb.
My head
Yeah.
is bombing right
Think
now.
of it this way, like throwing a bomb
Yeah.
at someone is
Yeah,
a
yeah.
negative thing,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you're just sugarcoating it with the
Yeah,
love
love
part,
bomb.
It's like
and you're
that
throwing it.
affection early on, but then later it just like fizzles out.
So tell
and
me
it's
one
just
thing.
for
Yes,
Yeah.
we're just like
the
talking
sake.
about it, like
Yeah,
in, definitions and all. But do you have any experience with friends or anyone who have gone through it? And because I feel it is such an emotional roller coaster, right? Because
Mm.
that
It is.
age and
Yeah.
when these things are happening. So
Mhm.
I feel
do
like
how do you think they are handling it?
I feel like even though these terms or expressions sound good or interesting or even
Yeah.
funny
Mhm.
sometimes, I feel like they just complicate things even
Yeah.
more.
They
Yeah.
do.
Because
Yeah.
every time there is some situation with your partner or whoever, if you like somebody, you completely indirectly link it to
Yeah,
that term,
yes,
and then you
overanalyze
throw
it,
it there.
overanalyze.
Yeah,
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 you
true.
You
overanalyze
overanalyze
Overanalyzing.
things.
Like everyone these days, you know how, say 10 years ago, when I was like 15, 16, these terms hardly existed.
Yes.
And it was just
Correct.
dating, you meet the person,
Hmm.
you talk, whatever.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
works out, it doesn't work out, that's
yeah.
it.
Yeah, and
You know, when we
Yeah.
started dating, it was like, I'm dating this guy, I'm going to get married to him.
yes,
And he and she, I already know this is done.
True,
That is
true,
it.
yeah.
Like, that was it. I think
Right.
this is be all and go.
Yeah.
Of course, not all relations end up like
Mm.
that, but the mindset even back
Mhm.
then for us was
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it's interesting, but I
could-
also think that, and despite in the first part, I
Hmm.
did say it was a bit toxic or that. But
Yeah.
I think in a way it's good. It sort of
Yeah,
protects
yeah.
you and shields
It
you
does.
from a lot
Yeah.
of
Good, yeah.
emotional turmoil. If the relation is not going to work out, you're sort
Yeah.
of detached.
Mhm.
I just
Mhm,
feel that.
mhm.
I don't know.
No,
Yeah,
there are a lot of positives as well.
Yeah.
definitely.
Because
But
early-
over analyzing, I really agree
Yeah,
with you.
over
When this
analyzing
is
is
so defined.
Like, I get that it could be a good thing also. I
Mm,
agree with
mm.
that. But I also feel like you're giving too much unnecessary room
Yes.
to discuss
error.
something. Yeah, for
Yeah,
error.
Yeah, a lot of room for error.
And the good part of it is that you actually have a term for a huge meaning. So you
Mhm.
can say something that you want in one word,
Yes.
and
that
it
is
just
true.
explains the
Explains
whole
the
thing.
entire
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah,
That's
true.
true. That's true. All right. I have a story, but we might come to that in the end.
Okay.
I want to
Mansi
finish
stories,
my
yes.
Mansi stories. Yeah.
Okay.
And next one, orbiting.
Oh,
I only know
orbiting.
Earth and Moon and planets orbit each other.
Orbiting is apparently they don't talk to you but keep watching your stories
Oh,
and
stalking.
liking it.
No, no,
Like, yeah, I
it's
mean,
wandering
I
around
think
you.
social media
it's-
thing. So they
yeah,
are.
yeah, yeah. So they're not like interacting with you or anything. It's just
Mhm.
pure liking your stories or posts, but you're not like speaking or chatting with each other. It's like
Oh,
they're in
okay,
your
you're
orbit
figuring
sort of
out.
Yeah.
Oh,
thing.
okay, okay.
Yeah,
But
they're
aren't
orbiting.
we all orbiting each other?
No, not like that.
No,
I
no,
think
no.
Well, you
probably.
orbit so many people. I know you orbit so many people.
I don't know.
That could come up as a really wrong thing.
No, so orbiting, what she's saying is that you
Yeah.
like this person, but you cannot get the
Speak up.
speak
Yeah.
up. So that is why you just
So you're
keep.
just like
So-
around that person.
So back probably when
So-
we were in school, when people
Stalkers?
followed that.
But we
That's
call
why
them
it's
stalkers. So this is
but-
social media stalkers, online stalkers.
You can't even call it a stalker.
It's not stalking.
Yeah, it's not stalking
It could
exactly.
be a friend of yours who likes you, don't even know, but they like every
Huh.
story that you post, like every
Yeah.
photo
Like
that you
you're
post.
Like they let
existing
you know
for
that
them
their
over there.
presence
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah,
there,
yeah,
that
yeah.
they
Presence in
are
your life.
in your orbit in a way.
For someone
Yeah.
who posted a story for the first time yesterday, I don't think Mansi
I don't understand this because I don't understand Insta anyway. So it's all
No,
right.
but this is like a lot of it is on Snapchat
Snap.
and
Huh,
all of those
right,
also.
right. All right, the next one, pocketing.
Oh, I don't know this one actually.
There, okay, honestly, there are a few expressions that even we are hearing for the first time,
Yeah.
Okay.
despite being in this
So-
generation.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
Yeah. So what ChatGPT is saying is that dating someone but hiding them from friends, family, and social media.
Oh,
That's called pocketing.
Yeah.
That's called
I think
pocketing.
that
Yeah.
was normal.
So
back
like
then.
extramarital affairs are pocketing?
Yeah. I mean, genuinely, I feel like these days there's so many terms.
They're just
Right.
terms.
It's
All the
madness.
things have been
Yeah,
been
they've
there.
existed,
Pretty
but
good.
now
They were
they're
all big umbrella
actually
ridiculous.
yes.
term. It's just crazy. Like
Yeah, I
there's
think
terminologies for everything
yeah,
now.
and also I think everyone wants to make their story or whatever story,
Mm,
not as
sound
an Insta story,
interesting.
a story
Ah, sound
interesting.
interesting.
Yeah.
All right,
Personal.
next one, DTR conversations.
Oh man, Mansi, where have you found all
I
this?
think that's
DTR.
define the relationship, right?
Okay.
Yes,
Uh,
define the relationship. The serious talk about what are we?
Yo, it was the
Yeah, like,
taking
what
it
are
to the
we?
next
What
level
are
after the
we?
situationship.
No, I want to know, do guys ever ask this question? What are we?
Oh, because
that's a
usually
good one.
girls do,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Why?
Because girls are full of emotions and guys
No,
like to
Because
hide
no,
them.
that's
I
not
think
true.
Guys like to hide them, Pali. They hide.
I feel like girls are more like, let's keep this clear. Not all of the girls, obviously, but most of the girls, at least the girls I know, they're more like, I need to know where we
Yeah, if
are
you're-
in
yeah.
whatever
No, I- not to
relationship or
waste
whatever.
time.
Yeah, like,
True.
am I wasting my time? Like,
But
what
if
are
you're in
we?
a you're anyway situationing each other.
Yeah, like,
belittling each other,
what are
orbiting
we?
each other.
We're in a situationship. That
Yeah.
could be the
Oh,
response.
so DTR conversation can also be
Yeah,
very in a
like what
situation.
are we basically?
Oh, what are
Good to
we?
know that.
Mhm.
So
it
this
eventually does come to that. Basically, you do any
Yeah.
of those things,
Yeah.
and
It
comes to
finally you
that.
want to be defined.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right. The next term is something that made me happy because my children will soon be going into the dating world, dry dating.
Oh my god. Dry
I took it
dating.
in a whole different way. I was like,
Okay, I think
so dry dating.
Dry
And this
dating.
actually made me happy because this one I know. Can I answer, please?
Yes.
Because I know
Yes.
this one.
Yes.
Please enlighten me because I do not know.
Yeah,
this.
I know this one because there's no alcohol involved.
Oh,
So you
Yeah.
are both are going out on a date, you're going for lunch, dinner to a bar or whatever it is,
Mhm.
but you choose not to have alcohol and keep your thinking clear.
so
I really like this
think in the
term.
Gen Z sort of that age group, like even when we were back then,
Mhm.
drinking wasn't a very big part. As you grow up and all, I think drinking is
No,
part
no,
of
no,
the
no,
thing.
no, no.
I don't
That
know.
is,
I
I
don't
think,
know.
I
We
think the
don't
Gen
get
Z,
this
you
one.
people are getting a little bit smarter about drinking.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Millennials were the worst,
No, we
I think.
actually.
I mean,
maybe
I
it
think
was my
there's a
personal
study.
experience. No, we didn't. We
So
didn't. We had a
recently, I
lot of.
came
We did.
across this study where it was mentioned that Gen Z is that one generation that's cut down on alcohol.
Alcohol, yeah.
Because they're
And
going to
that's
join Mansi
so-
on her mountain.
Yes. I don't drink. I don't like to
Ah,
drink.
okay.
So I
Okay.
had can I tell my story?
Yeah,
It's
please,
a little bit
go
of a bad
ahead.
story. When I was in college, we had a bhang on a holy day. It
Yeah.
was holy,
Oh.
and we had bhang, and this was the first time I had bhang. We had no clue what it does to me,
Mhm.
you know. We had beer in our hair, eggs in our hair, and
Oh
we
my
were-
I haven't
God.
had this.
You weren't here.
experience
It was
ever. No,
my
yeah.
medical
I haven't done
school.
this.
Yeah. So all of that, bottoms up, bhang was peel liya pura.
Mhm.
And then my mom had made puran polis.
Oh,
So we
my
had puran
God.
poli on
What
top
is
of that.
Wow. Eggs in your hair.
I know. And then the way the bhang hit me, it was so bad. I was puking all night long.
Oh,
And my
God.
mom finally had to get a bucket and keep it on bedside
Yeah,
bucket.
yeah,
In
yeah.
fact, because they
Wow.
couldn't even get up. So that was the one and the only time I drank so much that I lost control.
Mhm.
And I chose that never ever again in my life am I going to lose control this way.
Right.
So that's why, like,
Oh.
even when me and Pallavi and
I
all
know
of
it's a
us,
serious conversation, but my God, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
yeah, so I have slept with egg and beer in my hair.
Oh my God.
Say that. All right, so dry dating is my favorite term of all of
Okay.
these. We are on to the last one now called roaching.
Okay. So roaching apparently is when someone hides that they're seeing multiple people.
Right, so they
At
Technically
once.
cheating.
yeah, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
this is the one again. The last two ones are the only ones I know. So roaching is something my son uses that all the time. It is generally girls who are calling guys cockroaches because
Oh.
guys like them who are dating multiple
Hmm.
girls and want multiple girls at one time are
Mhm.
so many. So
Right.
that's a girl.
Oh,
So this is a term that is brought up by girls. That's the
Girls.
only one I
Hmm.
know.
Also, a very interesting thing I find about this multiple dating is, at least with this Snapchat and Insta, that people are so vocal about where they are, and I don't know how they manage to date multiple people when
Uh-huh.
they're updating their
Every
locations, what they are
second.
doing every
Right.
second. I don't know how
Right.
they manage to date multiple people.
I don't know. So I think that's a skill that they have developed
I guess
in all of this.
roaching is like being in an open relationship also, you could say.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah, you're
Uh,
dating somebody. And is
No,
that
open relationship.
super
See,
different?
I like open relationships. I really like them because they are very well defined and they're
Mhm.
very
Yeah.
clear
Yeah,
about
they are
what
clear.
your
Mhm.
boundaries or other no
Hmm.
boundaries. That's the main
Hmm.
thing.
Yeah.
Roaching is supposed to be very secretive.
Okay,
So
got it,
a
got it
guy
now.
who's seeing multiple girls in a very secretive way is called
Okay,
roaching.
got it.
But I know for a fact because Varun, you are the one who has told me this particular story. Is I really want you to tell me about that boyfriend of yours who called you.
Oh.
We have to hear the story. Tell us the story,
Wait.
please.
Who called me?
And he cried about somebody else. Remember?
Oh yes. Oh God. Okay,
Yeah.
he wasn't a boyfriend.
Oh, okay,
This
okay.
was not the COVID boyfriend. This is
Okay.
the one
The
after the
situation.
Non-COVID
situationship.
boyfriend.
Yeah, my
Situationship.
situationship
Oh,
guy.
Okay.
So I mean we're still friends
Mhm.
right now, so like no bad stuff to him.
Yeah.
But there was a time where he was dating this girl, and he was actually pretty confused about her, and he was almost like on the verge of breaking up with her. So
Yeah.
he didn't really like her so much, and I started having feelings for him at that moment, and he already used to like me, but I had said no to him the first time.
Okay.
So he had given up hope. And then after I got to know that, okay, these two are not going to work out, he's already talking about breaking up with her. Maybe I guess I should at least give him a hint that I like him, so that he doesn't
Yeah.
completely lose
Yeah,
hope. So I did that, and then he suddenly threw this at me, saying that he wants to make that relationship work
Oh.
with his girlfriend. And I was like, oh, okay,
I
fine.
know.
I
But
get it,
The
yeah.
way you had told me, I remember he had called you and he had cried on the phone about how much feelings he has for the other one,
Yeah.
and that is what had shocked Varun.
He didn't
even
he, no
texted
he
you, right?
texted me.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
okay.
So
texted you.
basically I woke up around like 11 o'clock at night or something from a notification, and there was a huge paragraph that he had sent to me. And this was during the period where I was like, okay, you want to be with her, make it work, fine, make it work, just don't keep flirting with me, because
Right.
you're cheating
He was
otherwise.
a roacher.
Yeah,
Roaching.
yes, sort of, yes. So he was roaching basically. And then in that text he had written all the details about his girlfriend that he
Right.
liked,
Oh.
like I miss this and blah blah blah. And
Shouldn't
at the
he have sent that
end,
message to her instead?
yes, exactly. So then at the end it said, I'm sorry, Varuni. And
Oh,
I
no.
cried
Okay.
so much that
Yeah,
night.
it's,
See, this is
Who
the problem with
wouldn't?
situation because you didn't have the DTR
Yeah.
conversation.
So I cried so much that night, and I was like, if you wanted, he told me he just wanted to put that message somewhere. I was like, you have an iPhone, you have your notes app, throw it over there. Why do you have to send it to me, like that
Yeah.
one person that you should not be sending it to?
Sending it.
An interesting thing that I heard about just a few days back. So I heard that there's some trend going on of orange peel theory.
Oh my
Do
god,
you know
yes!
this?
Yeah,
Yes,
Do you
yes,
know
I'd
this?
seen it on
Yeah.
Instagram,
So
yeah.
you want to tell me what you know about it?
So from what I had seen, a lot of the girlfriends mostly would ask their boyfriend that, can you peel this orange for me? And if they go like, you can do it yourself, you have hands, blah 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 blah, then you kind of have to get
Cut him
to the
off.
point. Not cut him off, you realize suddenly that, oh my god, this guy wouldn't even peel an orange for me.
Pallavi, I'm going
Which
to go home
is-
and ask
I
my
find
husband to peel an
stupid.
orange today.
Yeah,
So
do that. It's like a
she
test.
is like the
It's a test.
official- She was telling me, listen, I feel so many
So
oranges.
I am like the official orange and Mosambik peeler of my clan.
Oh my
And you know how hard it is to
It
peel
was so
Mosambik?
interesting.
Yeah.
So, but I want to now, knowing what it is, what do you think about it?
So, for something that you want to post on social media,
Mm.
it's a pretty good thing because it's creative, it's new,
Yeah.
you get the views and
Yeah.
everything. But at the same time, I don't get why you have to make it a trend, like all orange
No, what
peel
I'm saying
trend.
is, what do you think about
Is it okay to
Like
judge
testing,
a person so
yeah.
quickly?
about testing?
I
No,
feel
it's-
like it's a
Would you
little
do
too
it to
much.
your?
I would do it
partner?
for fun, but I
Fun,
wouldn't
yeah.
immediately be like, oh,
Yeah.
this guy's not it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
exactly.
immediately judge him for it.
So all our
But-
pale listeners, for the next few months, whenever a girl gives you an orange, just peel it.
Peel it.
Just peel it, just go for it, yeah.
Don't peel it, but just peel it.
Yeah.
I feel like these trends are so influential. Like nowadays, how social media is
I feel
influencing.
that girls will go and do that and
Yeah, many
gauge
people
that
have
much.
done that.
Yeah,
And that's so
like,
wrong
Yeah.
in a
Yeah.
way because, I mean, the
How is it-
practicality is
How
zero.
is it the standard
You can't-
of a good relationship?
Yeah, like how can
Exactly.
you judge someone by,
It's
And
funny.
I
I
yeah.
was extremely fascinated by this, and I actually couldn't stop laughing. So I told myself, I'm going to ask them what do they think.
Yeah.
It is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So
It
this
is.
is where it comes. The social media thing has now permeated in the real life so much so that maybe I don't know what the guys are doing, but the girls they do have that thing that if my partner does this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I mean that means I have an amazing relationship.
They do that.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
I think I'm doomed.
That's called
Yeah.
bare minimum. By the
Yeah,
way.
bare minimum. See,
Yeah, the
I
bare
saw that
minimum.
other trend
Yeah.
also, bare minimum and princess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, he doesn't cheat.
Yeah.
I mean,
Does he
Oh my
have a
God,
yeah, he's not
yeah.
supposed to
Oh my
cheat
god, he
with
opened the
you.
door for me. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Chivalry?
No, it doesn't open. It's fine. I can open my own door.
No, but like people,
the-
girls talk
parents
about
are
it.
bringing up independent, strong girls, and we are talking about women's equality. Why are
You
we
know what?
saying we do
I'll tell you
this?
what the
Chivalry is
problem
there, I
begins.
agree.
The problem begins when the parents start calling their girls princesses. Because
Mhm.
right from oh princess, what do you want? Oh
Mhm.
princess, this. So
Hmm.
girls grow up thinking they are real princesses, and then they get guys who don't peel oranges. Then right
This
after
is like
that,
a
Yeah.
very big psychological discussion we'll probably have in one of the episodes.
Right.
But like then it goes back to that generation where girls needed to be told because they were not treated
Hmm.
equally. So
Mhm.
it is all like that.
it's all
Yeah.
that.
But
Yeah.
what I say is that none of these things matter. We opening a door, fine. If somebody opens, good. If they don't, it means nothing. I'm
Yeah.
married for this long. I have been with my husband for so long.
Hmm.
None of this matters.
Mhm.
Yeah, the doors have banged on our faces also, right?
Oh my
And we're still
God.
there.
No, no. But there are bigger things that sort of
Much
Yeah.
bigger things in life.
Matter.
So, have we missed out on any of the terms that are trending around these days that you guys are more aware of? Because you have.
I have heard a few more
yeah,
for
it's-
sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think it's called R bombing,
Oh.
Like
which is like
HOUR?
no R, like the letter R,
Oh,
bombing.
R bombing.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's basically reading someone's message but not replying.
Oh. Leave them on red.
Yeah.
Leave them on
Yeah.
red.
Leave them on
That is
red.
another thing,
Yeah.
Okay. My God. So much time to analyze. Where are you getting all this time, right, to analyze all of this?
Yeah.
And if I would sit and let's say if I was a 20 something today, and if I would sit, I'll never find a guy.
Yeah.
I'll never find a guy because
Mhm.
I think I'll start finding faults in any guy who comes up because
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
all have these problems in
Right.
us, even we
And
have them in fact.
I think also one point about social media, like the whole orange peel trend, I feel like that's just like a whole term for this one trend thing to
Yes.
start on social
Hmm.
media. But at the same time, I feel like everybody was already doing it
Mhm.
Yeah.
in a way, just not analyzing it. Like, if you're right here and you're like, can you please get that for me? Like, I don't want to get it. Can you
Yeah,
get it for me?
yeah, yeah.
And then they would get it
But
for
these
you.
things
And
happen when you
Mhm.
finally, eventually, long term.
Mhm.
So probably it makes a difference in the beginning, but when you are together forever and ever, and there are children and there are a lot of other things, these little things keep happening, and then you take it in your stride.
right.
Sometimes
Mhm.
I feel, maybe I'm just guessing,
We
that
take it in a stride and we say ridiculous.
yeah, and it's no. What I feel is when so much over analyzing happens, also it can. Some people might say that good, we just filter out the bad ones, but also you might filter out the good ones.
ones.
But who are just
Exactly.
not the kinds who would get a glass of water for you, who would like pull your chair, but they are really really good people,
Yeah.
guys. And
Yeah.
so
Right.
you have to sort of see a bigger picture.
Picture. Yeah.
And the comment section on Instagram or wherever on
Yeah.
social media, it plays a huge role because people give their opinions. And
Feedback has
if
become a
yeah,
big thing.
if the feedback, if maximum of the people are like saying stuff like, oh my god, he didn't even do that for you, or she didn't do that for you, leave him, blah blah blah, then you actually start believing like, oh my god,
Yeah.
am I in this sort of relationship?
So I have one last questions for both of you girls, and I'm really interested in this. What is your position on, or what do you think, even with regards to your friends, compromising? Is it something that the newer generations are okay with, or it's something like it's not a done deal for us at all? If you have to compromise in any way, if I have to change for you, that old school thoughts
Yeah.
that
Right.
I'll change for you, I'll do whatever it has to be there for you to have, either or.
Hmm.
So guy is doing it or the girl is doing it. So let's start with Vaishnavi.
I feel that it does not exist these days.
Okay.
Maybe to an extent, yes. But you know how even like in this generation, women are trying to earn on their own. You know, they're getting independent, this, that. Back then, I guess it wasn't the same, you know. So these days, it's like compromising in relationships, maybe to an extent, to a certain extent. But if I'm just solely dating, or you know, just seeing someone and it's been like what, 4 months or maybe a few weeks, no, I'm not going to compromise
No,
for
it's
you
not
because I
worth it.
barely know you,
Yeah.
Right.
right? So it really depends. Compromising in the sense, what are you compromising exactly?
Whatever the
So,
compromise may be.
Yeah, so
Maybe
if
you're-
I was told, okay, you know, you have to compromise your career,
Oh no,
I won't do that.
absolutely,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
the fact that you're telling me to do that
So even
is a
if
red
it's
flag
your
of the
long-term
generation.
boyfriend and you are hoping to get married, let's say in the future, whenever it is, and he asks this of you, you would
Hmm.
still be a little bit
I'll
on the
think
back
about
foot
it.
about
Yeah, yeah.
compromising.
So this is a bigger sort of
Of
question
course
with
it is.
career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm curious to know even with the smaller things how it is.
Yeah, that was my
Hmm.
main
Yeah.
question.
Smaller
Everyday
Okay.
small
everyday
things
small
sorts,
things, not like the
Mm-hmm.
bigger ones. That I think obviously is not.
Mhm.
Uh,
Or
that is a
you
deal
can give
breaker.
your thoughts also, Varuni.
I think nowadays people are in this whole "you only live once"
Yeah,
sort of
Oh,
mindset.
YOLO.
YOLO, yeah, they're in this "you only live once" sort of mindset, where it's like I don't have to compromise.
Compromise.
Yeah.
Like,
But
why do I have to
is that why
compromise?
relationships are breaking up right, left, and
Yes,
center?
because I personally think, according to whatever friends I've seen be in relationships or casual dating, whatever, um, the sense of commitment does not
Mhm.
exist as
It does
much as
not.
it
It is
used
scary
to.
for us.
It is,
Yeah,
it's scary for us too.
Yeah, it
Like,
is.
I think I have not dated a lot or at all in a way because the whole commitment thing does not exist. So it's
Exists,
scary
right.
for me. I'm not hating on people who hook
Yeah.
up or
That's
casual
Mhm.
dating
No,
or,
you're giving your opinion,
yeah,
Right,
right?
date
Yeah.
for
right.
fun.
Yeah.
Go for
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But it's not my cup of tea. Like, I don't agree with it to a level
Mhm.
where I would personally do it or advise somebody to do it.
And also amongst your friends, do you think maximum friends are following these trends? Or do you
Yes.
still yes?
Yeah,
Mhm.
they
Okay.
are. The thing that I dislike the most, not about my friends, but just random
Mhm.
people that I've seen do this, they hook up with people, they date for fun, and then later they complain about not finding real love.
Yeah.
Correct.
Hmm.
So you are part of your own problem
Yeah.
that you have created by
Yeah.
yourself.
Right.
That's a very
So
good one.
yeah.
Mhm.
That's true.
That's
So,
true. Or
so I think what has happened is knowing so much has made you all wary of dating. So
Mm-hmm.
when we started dating, we literally
ignorance is
no
bliss.
ignorance is bliss. We literally went head first.
I
Mm-hmm.
That
know.
is it. We just
Yeah.
No, no,
went.
no, no. Heart first.
Yeah. No. So
Mm.
that is
We
what
left the head on the
we
side,
just
Pallavi. That's
no,
why.
we just jumped into it because I think obviously ignorance and
Hmm.
sort of what we were seeing around wasn't like
Mm-hmm.
there were no big terms or
Yeah.
nobody was
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
it
yeah.
and there was a lot of trust
Right.
and we knew the people around, we had seen it,
Yeah.
Right.
like we spoke in the first half of it that in the dating apps you can date anyone, you might not have any connection with that person.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
With us back then it
We
was
had
mostly
4 or 5
either
family
they are
friends connections
there were
between
dots,
us.
Right,
like it could be a
right.
friends or a friend's
Yeah.
brother's friend, something somewhere like you lived.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So it was mostly
True.
that. So
True,
somewhere
true.
there we had that sense of ki, okay, this person is from here. We know that this is there. This is
Right.
the
Yeah.
family.
As a
Something was there.
familiarity.
Right.
There, I
Mm-hmm.
know. So
Another
Yeah,
go
yeah.
ahead,
Go
go
another
ahead.
ahead.
thing I would say is that say for me, okay, I'm a very old school person when it comes to dating.
Mm.
But the things that you keep on listening and hearing from your friends or just people or even social media for that
Mhm.
matter, you have to sort of really keep in mind a lot of things
Mm.
because also like earlier we discussed, you become aware of certain things as
Mhm.
Mhm.
well, but then getting too aware of
Yeah.
certain things
I
can
Mm-hmm.
also
know.
hinder.
Yeah,
Of
yeah.
course it can. It'll
Yeah.
make you doubt yourself
Yeah,
even though you know what you
exactly.
want.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
am in a way so glad me and Pallavi come from the era of ignorance's
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
bliss.
That is
So
true.
I think with this, let's bring an end to this beautiful, lovely discussion we have had. Thank you so much, Vaishnavi and
Yes,
Varuni.
thanks a
Thank
lot. And it
you.
Yeah, I
was a
mean,
very
you're
easy conversation with you girls.
Yes.
very
Very
easy. It was very
Thank
nice. It
you.
was
happy
so
to have you.
insightful and educative to a
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
lot of our listeners and to me personally. Obviously, I've
Right.
learned so many new things. I think we can just safely conclude that since ignorance seems bliss, the generations before us made it seem like your grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
They made it seem so seamless and easy. Okay,
Yes.
I'm sure even they had tons of problems,
Mm-hmm.
but they made it look so easy. And you people have a tough, bumpy road ahead of you, I
We
feel.
do.
Sadly.
It's
So
tiring.
it's tiring, you
Yeah.
know.
Seriously,
I
it's
know.
hard.
But everything right thing seems like it's broken down.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully you will restructure it and make it something
Yes,
nicer.
Hopefully.
Definitely.
but you all spoke really well,
You all
and
spoke
thank you
really
Thank
so
well.
much. You all
Thank
you.
were
you
our
so
first
much.
guest,
Yes.
and that is all. Today we spoke about love, and we would like to hear your thoughts, opinions about the evolution of love, and how it has affected your life or your relationships. If you have any stories to share, please go ahead and share them. We always love a good story.
We always love a good story,
Yeah.
yes. And if today's episode made you think, chuckle, or even question your life choices, we would love to hear it all. So go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, and do not forget to tag your friends.
Come back next week, same time, same place to hang out with us. Until then, may your heads be sorted, your life be calm, and your coffee be strong. Thank you.